Hello, Elizabeth here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a rhinestoned Christmas ornament. 'Tis the season for all things sparkly, and rhinestones reflect Christmas lights so beautifully. As far as rhinestone projects go, this is a pretty quick one, and it makes a really nice custom gift for a loved one. I'm gonna walk you through everything step by step. This is just a cheap plastic ornament from the dollar store. It's best if you can match the color of the ornament to the color of your rhinestones as closely as possible to help blend any gaps. Start by lightly sanding the ornament all over to rough up the surface. This will help the glue and the rhinestones to adhere to the plastic better. Once it's sanded, give it a wipe with some rubbing alcohol to remove the dust and any dirt or oil that could be on the surface. I'm using assorted sizes of Crystal AB rhinestones for my ornament. My favorite glue for rhinestone projects is called Gem Tack by the brand Beacon, and I transfer it into a precision tip bottle. I use a wax pencil that can be sharpened to pick up and place my rhinestones. Links to everything are in the description. Start by applying a thin line of Gem Tack around the hanger piece of your ornament. I used my largest size stone, which is SS16, to create an even line all the way around. Starting here and working your way out will help to make everything look neat and tidy. Apply a second line of Gem Tack around the rhinestones. In this row, I started adding the different sizes of stones and fitting them into the cracks of the first row as snugly as possible. From here on out, you don't need to keep working in circular rows. You can just keep applying glue and adding more stones, building off the ones you have already placed. It doesn't really matter where you start and finish, as long as you keep fitting the stones as tightly as you can into the cracks between previous stones you have applied. This is called the scatter method. It just means you're applying various sizes of stones however they kind of fit together, instead of creating perfectly patterned lines with one uniform size of stone. That technique is called the honeycomb method. My advice as you continue to cover the ornament is to use as many of your largest size stones as possible, and just use your smaller ones to help fill in the gaps. This will be a lot less tedious and help you complete the project more quickly, which will come in handy if you plan to make several ornaments. Gem Tack is a very forgiving glue because it dries slowly. It's really easy to rearrange your stones and nudge them around if you need to. And you can even take them off completely and wipe off the glue if you really mess up. But don't stress too much about perfectly filling in every tiny gap. Small gaps will not be noticeable once you're done, especially if the color of your ornament matches your rhinestones. You may have some of that white glue spilling out between your rhinestones like I do, and that's totally fine. It will dry completely clear and look beautiful when it's done. You don't want a huge mess of glue, but in my opinion, it's better to use a little too much than not enough, because you don't want any of your rhinestones to fall off. I worked in sections down the ornament until I reached the very bottom. Filling in this last section might take a bit more rearranging than everywhere else did, but again, don't stress over tiny gaps, you won't even see them. Putting in these last couple stones is super satisfying. Once your ornament is finished, you want to let it dry untouched for about 24 hours. It should be beautiful as it is, but if you want to wash it to get off any wax or glue residue, you can do that after 7 days with soap and a scrubby brush, following the same instructions that are in my video tutorial for washing a rhinestone tumbler. And that's all there is to it. You can do this with any size of ornament and any color combination, and I think it's a super beautiful handmade gift to give your friends and family. Plus, they're so much fun to make, and you can binge watch Christmas movies while you're doing it. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment letting me know what you would like to see next. See you later!